Hey, what's up everyone? Brian here. I want to talk today about cleaning up my wood stove. I'm getting ready to head back out to Colorado and I want to make sure my stove is running at an optimum level. I had noticed that my collapsible stovepipe when I was camping over by the Great Plains by the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve, I noticed that my stovepipe was kind of gummed up when I went to go ahead and collapse it and pack it up. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to go about effectively cleaning your stove. And first I want to talk about the stove that I have. I've got this is a 4-Dog stove. It's a company based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And this is the old DX model. This is their 3-Dog stove. They don't make this anymore. This is just a steel box. All the new ones now are made with titanium. But they're excellent, excellent quality stoves, and I highly recommend a 4-Dog stove for anybody who wants to get into hot tent camping adventures. They're very well manufactured. They're all handmade. And this one now, I'm entering my 4th season using it. And it works great. So the way the stoves are set up is that this stovepipe, it collapses into itself. This bucket that I have here is just independent from it. I use this for taking hot coals out of the stove itself when I'm cleaning it. But the way that the stove packs up is that everything fits inside the firebox here. So inside you can fit the stovepipe in there. Once it's all collapsed in, you just put it inside. Pull it out here. I've got the damper. This helps to control the airflow through the piece that is in here. You can see how it opens up and closes for airflow. That helps regulate the heat temperature inside your stove, and then also for your tent. I've got, let's see. I've got the 4 legs that are in here. And let's see, where is, I don't see the side shelf. Maybe I took that, oh there it is. Ha, it's hiding in here. And then I've got the side shelf, which that just fits on either side. There's clips on either side for those to fit into. So what we're going to do today is I'm gonna clean out the stovepipe itself. That way when it collapses and expands, it makes it easy. And then I'm also going to use the vacuum cleaner to clean out the interior of the stove. All right, so it's pretty simple. You just brush out the interior using a wire brush. You do it in your stove box. You want to do it in your damper. Then you want to do it on your stovepipe pieces. Now there's actually 4 pieces in here. I just have 1 piece that's very hard to get out. So I'm going to work to get that squared away, but I won't bore you with that small detail. So what I did want to do real quick was show you how you can go ahead and pack up your stove into the stove box. So the first thing that I do is I'll take my stove pieces here, and they're all numbered at the top. Like back here there's a 1, on this one there's 2, a 3, and then the inside piece is 4. So what I did is just take number 1 and number 2, put it together like this. Oops. Put them down like so. Then I'll take piece number 3 and 4, and I always like to line up the seams here. So you line up the seam, put it on there, and then as you can see, your entire stovepipe, it just is like that. So go ahead and grab your stove box. I think the easiest way to pack it up is to put it on end like this. And then what I like to do is I like to put in my shelf first. So what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll tuck it in on one of the sides. Let's see here. Do it on the other side here. I'll tuck that in there, and then I'll take the stovepipe itself, put that in on the other side. Then I'll take my all that crap came out. I'll take my stove legs and just slide them into the stovepipe itself. And then I'll take the damper and just kind of slide that in and fit that in between the stove and the stovepipe. You pack it up and you're done. So that's what I do just to kind of keep maintenance on my stove. If you don't clean the stovepipe at least once a week when you're running it full time, what will happen is you'll get a bunch of gook and build up on the interior of it, especially if you're burning wood that isn't totally seasoned, meaning that it's totally dry. If you're burning any sort of wet wood, all that curacol and ash will actually build up on the interior going all the way up to the top of your stovepipe. It'll restrict airflow going up, and you'll get backdraft into your tent of smoke. And that can be really dangerous because if it happens at night and you don't catch it, it could degrade the air quality enough to where you asphyxiate. You don't want that to happen. So always keep your stove clean. Another advantage of keeping it clean is that it'll run at an optimum level. And when it runs hottest, then you're burning the least amount of wood in there, especially if you're using like an eco fan, like one of those fans that you can put on top of your stove that I've done a video on before. If you've got your stove clean and you're using an eco fan, then you're going to use the least amount of wood running your stove, and it's not going to require as much upkeep, and you're not going to have to fiddle with it as much to keep your tent warm, especially in really cold temperatures. So just remember to keep your stove clean. You only have to clean the stove box, I'd say like once a season. As long as you're cleaning it out as you're using it throughout the winter, you're good to go. Like I said, I use a metal bucket, and I'll just have a little like garden spade that I'll go in there and get all the coals out, and I usually clean it out about once a day with that. But then I'll do a real deep thorough cleaning where I scrub it with an iron brush or a wire brush, and that helps to just get all the gook on the inside of the stove box that has built up over the season. And then clean your stovepipe out though about once a week, and if you do that, you'll be good to go, and your stove will burn at an optimum level. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.